All right, so let's talk about Thekla defending her AEW Women's World Championship against Kris Statlander. Heading into this match, I was split. Thekla, I'm so glad that she finally got her chance to be at the top of the division. And then Kris Statlander, like I said before, exceptional wrestler, great in-ring talent. But the problem with her is, in my opinion, she never reached that next level as a character or her promo work. Did she get better along the way at some points? It felt like absolutely, but there was never that next level reach. She never got as big as Mercedes or Toni Storm or characters like that, And you think that, being the AEW World Champion, she would have gotten to that level. As a wrestler, yeah, she meets those two right up there. But as far as like a character goes, it's nothing in comparison to somebody like Thekla. So heading into this match, I was split, but I was so surprised at how well, this match went. 2 out of 3 falls can kind of be janky depending on who's in the match. But this match was absolutely phenomenal. Let's take a look at Thekla's awesome entrance.
So as Thekla makes her entrance, she had this great promo talking about, Kris Statlander and how she's taking everything from her and now she's going to take away her sanity. It's awesome stuff, great promotion, just awesome. I mean, Thekla perfectly personifies her character, just how twisted she is and how intimidating she can be to her opponent. It's absolutely amazing. Already getting Kris Statlander's head before she even makes it to the ring. Already teasing the belt, which is going to be used a lot in this match. So, absolutely awesome to see Thekla. And then her music hits, and everybody, and I mean everybody, was going nuts. I was expecting, Kris Statlander to take away the popular vote, if you want to say that, in the arena, but it was actually pretty split. Thekla definitely had her fans, and you can totally see why. She's a great character, great wrestler. She is getting the fans fired up, coming out to her fire and her song. So this is going to be an awesome match, and it was going to be a great match. Just awesome, dude. This Thekla just reminds me so much of Bray Wyatt because she has that aura, she has that backwards handstand. It's just awesome to see Thekla in person. She really is, a great performer to see in real life. So as we get into the action, I mentioned that belt was going to be used a lot in this match. At this point, we're one fall apiece. Thekla trying to use the belt while the ref is out. So Kris Statlander takes the belt away from Thekla, and now she's going to use it against her. She hits her multiple times across the back. There's not much Thekla can do right now. She's just beating the hell out of Thekla. Kris Statlander's taking advantage of it and goes for her finisher. Plants her on top of her head, pile driver of sorts. The Sisters of Sin come down to help Thekla. Kris Statlander's ready for him, beating them both with the belt. I'm telling you, you could hear those hits. It was just freaking awesome. Discus clothesline double from Kris Statlander to the Sisters of Sin. Sisters of Sin are out of commission at this point. The ref gets back in eventually and takes the belt away from Kris Statlander, and Statlander's trying to explain Thekla was using it and she was just, being fair about it. And then she turns around, gets speared by Thekla. And then Thekla at this point, she knows she has Kris Statlander in trouble. Curb stomp. I thought she was going to go for the pin right here, but she actually is smart. Sets her up for a second curb stomp and goes for the cover. Hooks the leg. Ref counts to 3. Unfortunately for the Kris Statlander fans, there was just not much, to be happy about. Kris Statlander's done. Thekla is celebrating with her Sisters of Sin. Thekla wants more of Kris Statlander. Sisters of Sin are holding her back. Just telling her, yeah, you won the match. Let's get the hell out of here. You won the day. Pose. And let's leave this arena before, we get into more trouble. So, great match. Awesome match. Can't wait to see more of Thekla.